What's up, everyone? How are we doing tonight? Well, Alex, remembered we had one sitting over here in the corner. So yeah, we got a tender. Hey, Zachary, how you doing tonight, sir? How you guys doing tonight? Hey, and I did want to say I appreciate both of you being here, jumping on when I started the stream. I really do appreciate it. Doesn't go unnoticed. What's your favorite thing? So I've still got a half a plate of food sitting here in front of me. That's kind of what I was doing while I let the stream start without anything going on. Then I saw people started to join, like, yeah, that's not going to be cool. Of course I didn't get it all. Why would it? There we go. Alright. Well, cool. Got collisions that are stupid high. Not like any part of my tractor's on it, but you know, we're all about to tip over. There we go. That's just not right. Cool. Alex, you're quiet again. How was everybody's Monday? Mine was a Monday. It was an interesting day today. Started a new job and yeah, it's just a little interesting. We'll see. What am I doing now? I am a fire alarm tech. I've got several different kinds of certifications. I got manufacturer certifications and things to program particular type, brand or company type of fire alarm system. And due to disclosure reasons, I'm not able to say what my jobs coming up are, but it could be interesting. Well, I'll say it that way. A couple of high-profile jobs. Doing on the cows. Again, while I'm here. Alright. No grass. And I looked at that animal grazing mod, but the one of the sites that I found said that you may have to update their modify the map to accept the mod to make it work. And with only this much time in FS17 out, I don't feel like it's really worth it to go and try to update this map to see if animal grazing mod will work. It would definitely be easier and nicer in a lot of ways, but I just don't see the practical application for it. Hey, Chris. What's not conductive to harvest? 3 inches. Okay, yeah. I didn't see your first post there. I could see how that would be non-conductive to harvest. We had about 6 inches in 4 days last week, so I totally understand what you're talking about here. Well, to a degree, I'm not harvesting, but understand with the amount of rain and everything. Your home smoke detectors should be changed according to the actual manufacturer who makes a lot of those every 10 years. The ones should be changed in your home, and you should be changing your batteries at least twice a year. Technically, you should also be doing a monthly test on them, which is what the button on the outside is usually for. Most people usually don't until they burn something in the kitchen and it makes its way around to the detector, and then usually take it off the wall, take the batteries out, and get to put them back in. Anyway, I've actually been to several conferences and trainings that have talked about some of that, and in homes especially, where they've talked about the deaths that not having just even smoke detectors in the proper areas in these homes has caused. In we're talking $600,000 plus homes. I know of a family and all of their grandkids that was lost in a house fire on Christmas because of misplaced fire alarm systems and just things like that. And so it's a big deal to me. I understand it's one of those things that just kind of gets overlooked to a degree a lot of times, and I get it. Well, one of the previous jobs that I had for a number of years is where I actually went and got a number of these certifications. And in that job, I actually pulled all the wire in commercial buildings for this particular place that I worked, and we were always doing renovations and stuff, and so I was it was me and my, still a good friend of mine, but he no longer works there, and I kind of took over his job when he left. It was part of our job. We did all of the fire alarm stuff, minus the programming. We left that up to this company that I'm currently working for now. due to liability reasons. And so now that I'm no longer over there, I'm, just looking at something different to do. All right. 45 is not canola. That's been harvested. I'm thinking of putting corn in 21 and 43 at least. Does anybody know if they do soybeans in Oregon? Hey, movie guy, how you doing? Yeah, to a degree, I wish I could come up farm. I'd even help you with your computer. Finance. I was looking at a particular menu to see if it told me what ground temperature soybeans had to be before. I don't remember. Onions, potatoes, wheat, barley, grass. Okay. I really don't want to do potatoes. We don't have onions. You pay me most on the farm? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I've got enough barley going on. Between 46, 50, 51. I've got 3 wheat fields. I've only got 2 canola fields, but that's okay. I don't want to put canola back on top of canola on 45. Really want to do 43 as corn. Yeah, we end up just parking them. I understand, Zachary. I understand. Well, it's early spring and I've about got everything planted that I can plant right now. During day one, that's no bueno. I'm actually gonna wash that. You pay me more than the mechanic. That's funny. Every now and then I watch football. To be honest, I haven't turned a game on this year, college or pro. Haven't done it. Been busy, and I don't try to make the time. And if I'm around and got nothing else to do, or have nothing else to do, then yeah, I may watch a game or part of a game or something like that. But nah, I don't. Not one of those things I've got to go watch. Who said that, movie guy? I've never even been in a fantasy football league. Just, I don't know. Never been that interested, I guess. I appreciate the invite, but well, movie guy, there's a possibility that, yeah, one is being worked on. It's not by me. I will make that clear. It's not my map. I offered to help the map maker with it, but I haven't talked to them in quite a while, and I believe most everything's just kind of been put on hold and waiting for 19 to come out so that we can just make the map, ready in a while for 19. I doubt we'd be doing the same area. So, I mean, go for it. I know that there was a map out a long time ago called Red River Valley. I never got into FS at that time when that was being played by everybody here. But yeah, that's the only real other North Dakota type map that I'm aware of. Probably gonna be buying, don't know when yet. Although if I use Courseplay, I really don't need to buy them. I was gonna be buying another A-Bine over there. Could sell this drill too, but hey, Haggard Farms. How you doing tonight, sir? Yeah, in some ways, Zachary, I agree. But, you know, from what I know of some of the guys who like to play with this game and who are big into the feedlot stuff, they like to do the farming stuff at the same time. So, I mean, the feedlot map would have to have all of the same farming fundamentals. Maybe just not as many fields or as big of fields, I don't know. But it could be one of those things that could be worked on. Well, movie guy, then we need to talk. Hey, cool, Edgar. Guess we probably need to get this unfolded and so we can do some work on it tomorrow here in front of the shop, huh? Sure it's ready to go. Movie guy, because part of that is the actual area that I'm looking at, or you know, that we're possibly looking at to help with, or I'm helping with, hopefully. You're slightly more east than where I was looking, but we're in the same region. In fact, one of the same counties. Okay. I think I'm to the point that we need to call it a night in game. Draw down tomorrow, possibly. 607,000. Let's see what our milk production. A deer in a case. Who's going faster? I know it seems like a lot of times we have you know, combine race wars between two different machines. Giving the cow a lift. You know, that's one thing as a kid that I was glad I never really had to do, go on stalls. Not seem like a fun job. So, I would have gotten milk money, and instead, somehow, I went down another $46,000 or so. Not sure where that money went. Okay, understand, Haggard. And if you're in corn, yeah, that John Deere is a corn eating machine. It'll just flat out run circles around most other things out there in corn. Small grains is a different story in my opinion, but yeah, in corn, I don't know of another machine who can really top its production. I'm sure somebody will argue with me, and that's okay. Like I got somebody coming on a stream starting. No. Stop that. Alright, one of the other guys who plays FS, I was watching some of his streams, and, you know, he just is starting another live stream, and just trying to get ideas from him. You know, he seems to have a lot of people who follow him and everything, and he's got always an active group. I was just trying to get some ideas, and, you know, how to make mine better, and hey, Patriotic. Grass. Didn't see it cleaned up. Well, here. Well, cool. Good to hear, Patriotic. Need more mappers out there, right? If only I could get off my lazy derriere and learn how to do some modding, right? There's a mod I really want to do one of these days. Alex was giving me a few hints the other day, and I've got to look up that stuff. We're down to 68% on cleanliness. Our cow health is slowly coming up. Cleanliness is down. Not like they got a lot of crap in there. Still at 100% straw. Ooh, ground temp is only 4 degrees, so. Using my... I just heard about that mod, and I looked it up to possibly use on here, but yeah, I was told that you may have to do some map edits and stuff to make it work, and with 19 being so close, I just decided, you know, it's not worth it for me. So we'll just wait. Might as well do a little bit of work here on the planter. Make sure it's ready to go, although, you know, by the ground temp, we've got some time. I'm not sure what farm company you're referring to, movie guy. It may not be one that I'm familiar with. It could be too far east for the knowledge that I've got. Check our finance. That's what it just all was spent on. We only made $900 in milk. That's alright. Spend money to make some money in this game, right? Leasing a field for 39,000? I haven't heard of that dairy or movie guy. Um, so I couldn't tell you. But you know, I can try to ask around and see. I doubt mapping is going to change that much. I mean, you know, they're going to have a new GE editor, I imagine, or an update to come out for 19. But I think the basics and everything are still all going to be pretty much the same, you know. There'll be some new stuff, you know, because now you can design your own farm in 19, which I think is going to be kind of pretty cool. So, I mean, basically almost everything is going to be placeable. So that means that we need to take some of these shops from 17 and, you know, make them mods, basically, so we can have placeables like that. Oh, okay, so yeah, you're in the Mandan area. Yeah, that's farther east than where I know most of the farms. So I'm not familiar. Northern Lights is also something that's up north, in the Minot area. Just FYI. So right now, guys, I'm just kind of running around, just trying to figure out what to do next. Unless I just skip a day because, like I say, I'm kind of just waiting to go plant my corn. But if memory serves me right, it needs to be roughly 10 degrees ground temp. All right, movie guy. All right. I know there's a camp up there that we always used to call. It's north of mine, not some more. but it's Northern Lights camp. So that's some of where I knew Northern Lights came from. See, I'm surprised. Yeah, you guys got any ideas for me here? We got quite a few fields of grass, which is good. Waiting to see. Wondering if stuff is gonna have to get. I can go spray that wheat, put some fertilizer and stuff on it. Exactly. That's the exact area where I was thinking. Metagoshi? Oh, yeah. For some reason, I don't have a shuttle shift on this screen. It's done this to me every now and then, but I can't. Can't shuttle shift. I've got no reverse. Hello, Charlie. Welcome. And no, sir, Charlie, this is not a current multiplayer game and map. My brother does come in here occasionally, and so the two of us kind of play this together, but other than that, nobody else has really come into this game to play. There are private mods that we can't just give out to anybody and stuff being used on this server. I appreciate the offer, though. Why is that patriotic? Yeah. Sorry, Charlie, but at this point, that's all I can do. I suppose I should see if those barley fields that we purchased, if those need to be fertilized. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm to the point where I need to be thinking about raking all my leaves too. Not looking forward to it in the least. I don't have 2 acres worth, thank goodness, but... Alright guys, I've been sitting here talking and didn't realize that my mic was still muted. I got my four-legged friend here beside me, and he was deciding to get vocal with the neighbors. So I didn't figure you guys all wanted to hear that. Possibly Zachary. You know, I haven't looked at moderators or anything on the channel. And I think my brother will deny this to this day, which part of it I can understand, but this is actually his YouTube channel. But being that he is on Twitch and likes to stream there, he cannot stream here on YouTube. And so the idea was for me to stream here on YouTube and him stream on Twitch, especially when we're playing FS together. So you get to see, you know, both of our playing just on two different platforms and trying to hit both target audiences in that way, but and still staying within the legalities of each company. Nice, Haggard. I actually had asked you a question, and then I realized my mic was muted. I had asked you if it's true that nothing runs like a deer. I got a pit bull. He's probably about 9.5 years old now, so, you know, I don't expect him around but another couple years. He was my wife's dog, and so I got the package together. Stinky gas and all. Whoever said dogs don't have audible farts hasn't met him. And smelly ones. Ugh. So where I was going with that whole thing, Zachary, was being it's his YouTube channel. I don't even know how to make the moderators and assign those at this point. Doesn't mean I'm not willing to learn and look into it. I just haven't done it. And it's one of those things I need to think about. But also at the same time, it's one of those things that I'm inclined to agree with a couple of the guys, and that people who ask to be moderators are not as likely to become moderators at that point. That's funny, patriotic. All right, Zachary. Well, I'll look into it here in a few. Here we're gonna have a debate or a little bit of a war. That's funny. It's alright, Zachary. It's one of those things that, you know, being a moderator is also just a privilege, and so people who ask for privileges isn't really just a privilege, so... You know, but I have seen, you know, you've been in here in a lot of streams, like a couple of the other guys, so, you know, that's why I'm not trying to show favorites for anybody or anything like that at this point. But it's one of those things that, yeah, I do need to look at. This is funny. I like it. What I'm not going to be crazy about is trying to spray the barley if it's in the stage where crop destruction will already happen. That's not cool. So I don't know if I'll take a lower yield or if I'll run over a little bit of the crop and take a higher yield. I don't know. Fertilized. Yes, those need Defertilized. Did fertilize 50. Did that with the roller. Loud. You two crack me up. I like it. I appreciate the humor and the banter back and forth. That's great. Well, let's drive in here on the end and let's see what happens. We have crop destruction immediately or what? So far, so good. Alright. We got another... Oh, yeah. Can't back up. Oh, that's very professional of me. Run around and try this again. Do you? What size and what kind of massey? That could be... Hopefully those go over the fence posts. I don't know. Just every now and then when I get into some of these vehicles, the shuttle shift just doesn't appear. Now, Dusty could hop in, and it would be right there for him, and then he could make it work. But, yeah, I don't know. Can stop, though, and see if I can make it appear. Nope, nothing. And, you know, it may be there tomorrow when I come in. I don't know. Okay. This isn't good. I can't back up. Can't deal with it. This way. Sorry guys, I would back up just right out of it, but the transmission doesn't have that gear. Oh, patriotic. That really is funny. As long as we're not making Haggard upset or anything. I do watch The Big Bang Theory, and I am aware that this is going to be their last season, which is sad. It's a funny show. It's been a funny show. I've got a little strip down here that I'll have to come back halfway down the field. Although that new Case Combine base price that's coming out is going to be $950,000. I don't know how much cheaper that is than, you know, the John Deere's. The new one that Case is getting ready to release, it sounds like. I actually don't know the model number of it. See, this is where I was saying, I think when my mic was muted, I wish that, you know, I could turn this thing into sections, you know, turn on just sections of the sprayer at a time. Like right now, I just have the back one on. Hey, movie guy, thanks for that sub, man.
Hey, how you doing?
Deere is main equipment in a lot of places. It really is. You know, and that's the awesome thing about Deere is their marketing. You know, I think Case has a good product along with Deere. I'm not going to try to say one's better than the other. You know, in some places I think one does have a top over the other, but you know, to each their own. But John Deere's marketing department is just, in my opinion, so much better that it's out there. Down here where I'm living now, you don't see a whole lot of Case equipment around. You still see some John Deere and a few things like that, but you just don't see a lot of that big stuff. Even the Ford New Hollands, you're just not there. I mean, we're seeing a little bit more Kubota here than I did up north. Mahindra for small tractors. Not that I would necessarily want one of those, but you know, so there's a few other things around here, but yeah, you don't see. And even on the small stuff, you know, I mean, where's Case at making mowers or, you know, garden tractors or, you know, things like that? You don't see those a whole lot like you do John Deere. So, I mean, their name just gets out there that much better, and I think. Sprayer add-on. Well, may have to look at it. Hang on a second, guys. Getting a phone call. Gotta love telemarketers. Yeah, I sure do miss my Steigers. I need to go back to the yard and fill this bad beast up. See, we didn't have a whole lot of Massey around. I mean, there's a few people around my area who used to run Massey, but even Massey is kind of not in my area much anymore. Same thing with Gleaner, you know, Eggco. You didn't see hardly any of their stuff around. Let's go see if I can find that sprayer add-on mod. And I think, guys, if you guys don't mind, when I get to the yard and get this filling up with fertilizer, I'm going to mute my mic here for maybe just a minute or two and see about finishing up the food that my wife here made me since I'm back in the yard, and I'll get right back to you if that's alright. Hey, Bedwell Farms. Yeah, that's a little far away to go get parts. A couple hours. I actually made goulash the other day. It's a family recipe goulash, not what a lot of people think of. So, I just warmed up some goulash here before I started playing, which was, you know, a little over an hour ago. So, now I'm back in the yard. If you guys just give me just a minute or two. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Also took the four-legged beast out. That's funny. I think while I'm here, I'm going to go do 30 real quick, because then I can come back and fill up again. Then head over and do... I think it's the field number, that one. Could also do 34 here too. Well, I forgot I bought that one. I'll read your chat here in a minute. Saw it pop up. I just... No, hadn't heard that the quarterback passed out. I haven't watched much news lately, and kind of depressing. Not that I haven't watched news, the news itself is depressing. Sad to me that we are a society who thrives on the negative. You can't turn on the news anymore without it being negative. Very rarely do we see anything positive that's coming out. Wait, that's cool. Anyway, but that's enough of that soapbox. Probably said GPS course. Huh? If I miss a row or two, I miss a row or two. Not coming back. That is unfortunate. Hopefully it wasn't due to football. Hopefully it was due to something else. Nothing. I don't eat a whole lot of sweets. There's times I get a sweet tooth and stuff, but I don't eat a whole lot of sweets all the time. I've got enough fat, I'll just say it that way, stored that, you know, I don't need to be adding to it. I need to be getting rid of some of it. Even I have to be in the mood for ice cream. Just not always appealing to me, but that's fine. Did you guys hear me talk about the New Holland sprayer and my thoughts on it? Yeah, that was when my mic was muted too. So I was talking about, you know, New Holland sprayers and not trying to say one's better than the other. That's not my point. My point is, you know, I think that they had one design concept that I incredibly like, in the fact that at least the New Holland sprayer that I've played with, the booms are out front. So you're looking forward where you're going. You're also looking forward then right there at your booms. You're not doing this exactly what I'm doing, running into trees, because you're looking behind you. Now I gotta figure out what we're gonna do because I got no reverse gear. I may have to do some FS magic. Okay, good deal. You know, the booms are right in front of you, so you can see up front. I mean, you know, it's just, in my opinion, easier on the operator. It doesn't look as nice. I definitely think that, but I can see how it'd be a little bit more functional and, you know, safer in some ways. So Haggard, you still here? You still with us? And patriotic? If you guys are, I've got a question for you. Yeah, it looks like they may have left for the night or for a while. Haggard was combining, so. Wasn't too far away from the trigger now. Last. Hey, movie guy, you still here? Did you take off too? Alright. Appreciate that. Not a huge fan of sushi. Certain sushis I don't mind, but it's never been one of those foods that I just say, hey, let's go have some sushi. Looks like I'm going up a bit. Stop the sprayer. Oh, right where I want it. Yeah, good. Some sushis are fairly healthy for you. Some are not. Yes, I just went through the neighbor's field. I was afraid of that. We will see out of it. Still don't have a reverse. Alright guys, not having a reverse gear really kind of stinks. I know, probably should be a good enough sprayer operator. I don't need a reverse, but you know, you get what you pay for. Yeah, the dentist isn't so bad. Could be worse. Yes, I'm saying the sprayer is tall enough to go over those signs. Hey, welcome back. I had a question for you, now I'm trying to remember what it was. Trapped. No, I think of it. I still haven't remembered. That's too bad. So you're gonna get that field done tonight, Haggard? Oh, good deal. Hang on a second, guys. I need to go see what the four-legged monster's doing. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, Patriotic, you're back too now. I had a question for you too. With both you and Haggard. It wasn't about your dispute. I don't remember what the question was now. Hey, Trevor. We're doing alright. How are you doing? In Bedwell? Welcome back. Thanks for choosing to come back. Big tractor powers in Western Kentucky. Well, that's pretty cool. He's done a couple of live ones. If you want to, Haggard, you should ask him about, doing a live stream. Nice, Bedwell. I wish I could be out running a combine, or actually, I wish I could be out running a grain cart. That was always kind of my job, so. I miss it. Looks like we came down this road a little muddy. Oof. Get the blade out. That section line down. Okay, so I see cow's grass is only at 1%, which I understand. I don't see their health. Why that's not me. Hopefully it's going good. I know our cost is going... Our money is going down with all the fertilizer. We're not getting a whole lot as far as milk out of these cows. See how many cows we have. Lost another one. Nope, still has the same 8. Yeah, well, I've got to get some grass growing now that it's springtime, so I can go bale it. It's on the list. Just trying to get through some of the springtime stuff. $600 Steiger. Not fair. Better have a good crop this year. I gotta get some of this money back for buying these fields. Alright, where was I? Right there. That's close. I like how when they modded this, they put the capacity, and it's still liters, but still, they put the capacity as a monitor and stuff in here. I think that's pretty cool. Along with your speed, which is, you know, in this case, in miles per hour. I don't know if that's because that can also be a game, you know, function in the game, not a mod or what, but anyway. You're in the control of the combine. Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. Oh, the kid in me wants to say absolutely. But the adult I'm supposed to be says, no, that's not proper. I know, I hate being grown up sometimes. Nice. Whether you did or didn't, we wouldn't know anyway, right? Ah, it's a bumpy section, like, ugh. Squares. Tuna fish, huh? I haven't had tuna fish in years. I don't even want to know how much I've spent in fertilizer today already. Uh-huh. You've been caught. What's the best way to live? Straight down. Hey, give me a second, guys. I got another person who subbed and it didn't pop up. No, just double counted. It looks. Guys, I really do appreciate those of you who haven't, and those of you especially who have already, hitting that sub button. Hey, I appreciate it. You may get yourself kicked out of the combine. I've tried that, yeah, and it does not come back on. It's just one of those stupid quirks. Like I say, you know, if Dusty was here and he could hop in and it'd already be right there, you know, ready to go for him. Or he may be able to turn it on at that point if it wasn't, and then I could hop back in and go. But oh yeah? Edwell, you're cracking me up here, man. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, here, I mean, I'll hit space as I'm going. But yeah, nothing. Oh, yeah. It is what it is. You know, just try to deal with not having a reverse gear. Alright, good luck, Bedwell. Field seems like it could be fun, with a couple of different obstacles in it. Perfect. See, I haven't been around any of the ACO equipment or anything in a number of years. I'd like to. Bedwell, you're cracking me up, man. There's the sub that I thought didn't pop up. Hey, thank you, Gaming, for subbing to the channel, and thank you for coming on and watching the stream here a little bit. I do on that field too. Might as well do both headlands.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, it is, Gaming. Almost here. I haven't ordered mine yet. Probably should do that at some point. Isn't good. Stupid no reverse key. Thought I was gonna put it right back in the trees, didn't you? Uh-huh, I know. Have you? I need to, I guess. I haven't decided if I want to do just a digital download, or if I'm gonna buy it through Steam, or if I'm gonna buy it through Giants, or, you know, I don't know. Not like it really matters. And I'm thinking, you know, maybe leasing a second combine or so if I need to get this stuff off. And I may just put them on course play and let them go for it. You know, I just run a grain cart, and maybe I can see how to make course play run the trucks. I can just run a grain truck. Or not a grain cart, truck, grain cart. Can be fun. Don't tell him, but I kind of think that Dusty is kind of done with FS for the most part until 19 comes out. He just kind of lost interest, I think, which is fine. But I'm just kind of taking over this farm as if it's my own and just moving on. I'm sure he would say, oh, I don't care. Sheesh, I'm gonna need a tender truck for this. And I've only gone around both fields and I'm already down to only 35%. Yeah, that very well could be sweet to have. I started watching one of his videos yesterday. I never did really see how the Challenger did on the grain cart. I know he was complaining about not understanding all the options and everything, but he thought the transmission would do well. I never heard much of anything else from him. 25%. I may be able to get a pass down. Oh, that's right. It was called Soil Mod. That, I don't know if my mic was muted at that point, but, you know, that mod that I was talking about for 15, FS15, that had the different types of chemicals and things that you had to spray, and weeds would show up that would affect your soil. Hey, Mike J, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. And I'm a poor farmer yet at this point. Don't feel like spending the money. Since I just bought all these new fields and stuff. I don't have a tender trailer, so I'm just gonna, I guess, drive this back to the farm to fill up some more. I'm hoping with the ground temperature only being 4 degrees that it hasn't killed off the wheat and stuff that we already had planted. Because it was 5 degrees yesterday. You guys got quiet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to 19 coming out. Not looking forward to waiting for mods and stuff like that and learning how to, you know, what all the changes and stuff we have to make in our mods that we want to keep. Not looking forward to that. Oh well. $2,999. Really? Couldn't just make it an even 3,000 liters? Kills me. Well, I'm glad you find those yummy, Patriotic. We've got something like White Castle down here, and I tried them once and threw the rest of them away. Granted, what I got didn't seem as elaborate as yours, but there's never been back since. You need food? Yeah, I bet. I understand. Okay, well, yeah. I've seen White Castles and things, and just not for me. Yeah, they are pretty tiny. Like I say, I ate one, and That was all I could handle. And I had gotten a sack full because didn't know, thought they would be good. Yeah, nope. What's interesting is when you play single player, the missions on some of these fields, if they created missions, they never have you spray I mean, every now and then you'll spread like manure or something on a spreader, but they never have you spray fertilizer or anything once the crop is going like this. It goes from planting the crop to harvesting and sometimes working a field, but that hasn't been a whole lot of my experience. Like I say, sometimes spreading fertilizer, not before the crop's been planted. No. To my understanding, though, the two are basically sister companies. So no, it's not White Castle down here. It's something else. But I've been informed that they're basically the same thing in a different region. Spray some rocks. Nice. Sounds like a good supper, Haggard. Now, is your girlfriend's dad the farm owner? Blasphemy. Okay, I thought that would have been kind of funny if it was, and for some reason I kind of actually thought it was. This Massey sure does use a lot of fertilizer. Oh yeah? Okay. I understand. Before I hit the tree again, right? And well, guys, when I get this field done, I'm probably going to end up calling it quits for the night. I've got a couple of things I need to do. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of heads up warning. Hey, Riley. Seems like you're coming in just as I'm getting ready to say goodbye the last couple of times, huh? You're a little bit earlier than last night, but I have to go back to the farm again. Eesh. Oh, were you late last night too? I thought you'd come in earlier and then left or something. Now, next season, depending upon the crop this year, we're going to have to invest in a tender trailer. Well, good. Then at least my memory isn't far off as I thought. You know, I know they say that when your memory's the first thing to go as you get older, but I don't remember the second thing that they always say. guys, we'll run this tank out and take this back to the yard to fill it up, and I will call the stream a night. Yeah? You got No Creek done up the way you like it, huh, Patriotic? Probably end up going around this pond here. And hopefully I've got enough fertilizer for that. Oh, looks like I've been around part of it already. Yeah. Watching the inside. Obviously. Dude, this field's almost done. So is my tank. You may make it, guys. So close. So close. Can we do it? Yay! Awesome. Didn't have to go spend more money on that. That's awesome. Patriotic. I mean, shoot, if changing the map isn't too hard, yeah, maybe you can teach me how to do it, and I'll change this one and put grazing mod in this one. I think I'm gonna upgrade. I mean, I'll keep 17 and all the mods and everything that I've got. I mean, I still have 15 and all the 15 mods that we ran with. So, yeah, there's just one field load of it. 36 back there that, 31. 31 that I really need to go spray at some point. But other than that, until the corn is done, I think by spring it's pretty well done. Hey, I'm done with that. I'll watch it, Patriotic. I mean, dude, I'd love to know how to make and edit maps and stuff better. You know, placing triggers and figuring out why triggers don't work and what to do. I love that. You know, one of the mods that I would really like to see happen is, it was in one of the maps. I don't remember what it was or which one. But you put regular wheat in, and it turns it into seed. It doesn't really cost you anything, except you don't get 1-for-1 as far as bushels are concerned, which is fine and accurate. I think you do have to have a second truck up over there for like screenings and stuff, which is kind of cool. But I would like to have one of those, even one that's like on a trailer, because we've had those around before for a while. You know, just a wheat cleaner. So you get your seed wheat back. But, well, we'll fill this up, and while that's doing that, guys, gonna go like this, and appreciate you guys all being here tonight and watching, hanging out, and the funny chats and everything that's been going on. But with that, I hope you guys all have a good evening. Come back and watch next time. Have a good night.